Ever wondered what games actually run on a 4 GB RAM PC with no dedicated graphics card? Today, we're showing 10 titles that are perfect for low-end PCs. From classic shooters and strategy epics to racing and RPGs, these games are playable even on integrated graphics. We'll cover the settings you should use, the expected FPS and why. Each game is a great choice for low-spec gamers. Let's jump into the ultimate low-end gaming guide. Starting off at number 10, we have Counter-Strike Source. This is one of the most iconic competitive shooters ever made. And the best part is how lightweight it is. The game only needs around 512 megabytes of RAM and very basic graphics support, making it perfect for low-end PCs. The environments are simple but realistic, with maps like Dust 2 featuring narrow corridors, open bomb sites, and clean textures that don't put much load on the graphics card. Gameplay is extremely fast and skill-based, where every frame matters. On a 4 GB RAM PC with integrated graphics, you can expect around 30 to 60 FPS at 720p low settings. Because of its optimization and low requirements, it delivers a smooth and responsive experience even without a dedicated graphics card. Next, at number 9, we have Portal 2. Now, this game is a perfect example of great optimization combined with creative gameplay. It requires about 2 GB RAM and runs easily on Intel HD graphics. The environment is clean and futuristic, with test chambers, moving platforms, lasers, and physics-based puzzles that feel smooth even on low settings. Gameplay focuses on solving puzzles using the portal gun, and the physics system is surprisingly light on hardware. With a PC having 4 GB RAM, you can comfortably get close to 60 FPS at 720p low settings. With stable performance throughout the game, it's a relaxing yet challenging experience that runs flawlessly on low-end systems. Next, at number 8, we have Rise of Nations Extended Edition. This is a real-time strategy game that combines city building, resource management, and large-scale warfare. The game requires only around 1 GB of RAM and runs well on integrated graphics. The environment includes large maps filled with forests, rivers, cities, and armies moving in real time. Even though there's a lot happening on screen, the game is more CPU dependent than graphics card. Gameplay can get intense in late game scenarios with hundreds of units, but at 720p low settings, you can still expect around 30 to 60 FPS on a 4 GB PC. It's a great choice for strategy lovers who want depth without needing powerful hardware. Next, we have Civilization 4 at number 7. This is one of the most optimized strategy games ever made for low-end PC. It requires very little memory and runs on almost any system. The game features a world map with cities, terrain, and units. But everything is designed in a simple and efficient way that doesn't stress the graphics card. Since it's turn-based, performance is very stable, and you can get around 60 FPS at 720p low settings. The gameplay is deep and strategic, involving diplomacy, expansion, research, and war. It's perfect for players who want a long and engaging experience without worrying about performance issues. For number 6, we have Left 4 Dead 2. This is a cooperative zombie survival shooter that still runs well on low-end PCs, thanks to its excellent optimization. It requires around 2 GB RAM and basic DirectX 9 support. This game has detailed environment featuring dark streets, abandoned buildings, and outdoor areas filled with enemies. Lighting and particle effects can be intense during action scenes. Gameplay is fast, chaotic, and heavily focused on teamwork, especially when facing large zombie hordes. With 4 GB RAM PC, you can expect around 30 FPS during heavy action, and up to 60 FPS in calmer indoor areas at 720p low settings. For number 5, we have Trek Mania Nations Forever. This is one of the most optimized racing games ever made for low-end systems. It requires almost no powerful hardware and runs on nearly anything. The game has colorful and creative environment with tracks floating in the sky, featuring loops, jumps, and sharp turns. Gameplay is all about speed, precision, and mastering the track layout. Even on a 4 GB RAM PC with integrated graphics, you can get 60 FPS or even higher at 720p. Low settings, it's a smooth and fun racing experience that feels great even on very low-end hardware. For number 4, we have Need for Speed Most Wanted. This classic racing game is still a favorite among low-end gamers because of its balance between visuals and performance. The game features detailed city environments, highways, traffic, and dynamic police chases that create a very immersive atmosphere. Gameplay is fast and aggressive, focusing on street racing and escaping the cops. On a PC with 4 GB RAM at 720p low settings, you can expect around 50 to 60 FPS consistently. It's a perfect combination of nostalgia, performance, and fun for low-spec players. For number 3, we have The Sims 3. This is a life simulation game that offers a large open world with many interactive elements. It requires about 1 GB RAM and runs fairly well on integrated graphics. The environment includes neighborhoods, houses, parks, and busy streets with multiple characters active at the same time. Gameplay focuses on controlling Sims, building homes, and managing daily life. Performance can vary depending on the scene. Indoor areas usually run at 50 to 60 frames per second, while busy outdoor areas may drop to around 30 frames per second. Even so, it remains very playable on a 4 GB RAM PC and offers endless creativity. For number 2, we have Mount and Blade Warband. This is an open-world medieval RPG known for its large battles and realistic combat system. It requires very low specs, around 512 MB RAM and basic graphics support. The environment includes castles, villages, and open battlefields. While the textures are simple, the scale of battles makes the game feel impressive. Gameplay involves recruiting armies, fighting battles, and conquering territories. Large battles with many units can drop FPS to around 30, but smaller fights stay smooth at around 50 to 60 FPS. It's an amazing experience for RPG fans who want large-scale action on a low-end PC. And finally, at number 1, we have Serious Sam HD, The First Encounter. This is a high-energy arcade shooter known for its massive enemy waves and fast-paced combat. It requires around 1 GB RAM and basic shader support. The game environments are wide open, arenas filled with enemies coming from all directions. Gameplay is intense, with constant movement, shooting, and dodging on a 4 GB RAM PC at 720p low settings. Smaller fights can reach 60 frames per second, while large enemy waves may drop to around 30 FPS, even with all the chaos. The game runs surprisingly well on integrated graphics, making it a perfect final pick. There you have it, 10 amazing games that will run on a 4 GB RAM PC with no dedicated graphics card. From action and racing to strategy and simulation, low-end gaming is still very much alive. Let me know in the comments which game you're going to try first, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more low-end gaming content.